Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Thursday evening to you all. Are you having a good one? It is good to be back. And we have quite a big old project to get through because we continue with Mr. Jaehyun's solo debut. We checked out the title track, Smoke, which was quite an experience indeed, which I kind of expected this whole Jaehyun solo project to be, in all honesty, and it very much lived up to my expectations. But we have the rest of the album. Jaehyun has debuted with a full-length album, which is crazy to think about. Admittedly, we are only going through 6 songs today. It's an 8-track solo full-length album. Oh, excuse me. Track number 1, the title track for Smoke, we won't cover because I've already spent time on that. Dandelion and Roses was kind of like the pre-release drop for this whole project, but it dropped on a combo MV, and there are separate tracks on the album, so we'll listen through Roses and Dandelion again, and then track number 8 is the English version of Smoke, and we don't really do language remakes here. So tracks 2 through 7 we are going to be covering on this album listen. Admittedly, this is an SM album, and SM albums are hit or miss when it comes to content ID checks and stuff like that. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this may be chopped up, this might not be. I don't know. There's only one way to tell, and that's to try and upload it. So if in the off chance that this is the chopped up version, top link in the description will take you to the off-site upload, which will be fully uncut, fully unaltered, the true album experience. So without further ado, because we have so much more music to get through today, let's jump into it. Here we go! Right. Jaehyun's J album. Let's get started. Track number 1, of course, is the title track, Smoke. We won't be listening to it, but I'm going to read off the credits for it one time because I have the credits pulled up on the second screen. So track number 1, titled Smoke, lyrics by Jaehyun and Wootan, with composition Marcus Lomax Tattoo, Jorgen Ødegaard, with Jorgen Ødegaard on arrangement, which takes us to track number 2, titled Roses. Now, we already know a little clip of this from the pre-release that dropped, but we'll get to listen to the full thing today. So track number 2, Roses, lyrics by Jaehyun, Tanisha Jackson, Morgan Connie Smith, Shaka Phillip, Charlotte Wilson, and Hyun, with Jaehyun on composition, Bhavik Patani, Tanisha Jackson, Morgan Connie Smith, Shaka Phillip, Charlotte Wilson, and Hyun, with 808B Havoc 808. Oh no, 808B have 808 on arrangement. Love that we have a Jaehyun composition as well. That's very neat. All right, let's see what the full version of Roses is like. And also, since this is an SM album, or an NCT related album, we have visualizers.
Think I got it bad if I'm honest. Thought that I was good, turns out I'm a little far from it.
Does that have captions? No, it doesn't. That's okay.
Cause everything red's a cold reminder of you. Like, you don't call me. You moved on like you'd had enough.
Say what?
And now the memories be hitting me differently. I'm 6 foot deeper when I see roses. Roses.
Okay, that's really cool. So I haven't listened to Dandelion or Roses since we checked out the pre-release. But now knowing that Roses comes after Smoke is really cool. Cool vocal effect on this post-chorus. But that dramatic, almost theatrical like chorus coming after the chorus of Smoke is really cool. Very artsy 1-2 combo.
These mended scars, they reopen every time.
There's the head voice flip.
I'm 6 foot deep, but when I see roses, roses, it's killing me to know that someone else out there buying you roses, roses. I'm triggered to
Yeah, very artsy, very cool.
don't wanna see no, oh no.
And it's another one of those songs that's very entrancing to listen to. It just sucks you in.
You wanna be mine, baby. You wanna be mine, yeah. I bet you wanna be mine.
Damn. Like, I know Roses technically isn't a new song for me, but there is something about the effect that Roses has following Smoke that makes it hit so much harder for me. Because Roses initially came following up Dandelion, and Dandelion and Roses for me was like the perfect counter to each other, because you get this really like borderline sensual, slow song in Roses that's dark and almost depressing. And then you have the almost perfect counter to that in Dandelion, and you got brightness first, and then you got this dark song Roses on the second half for the pre-release. But following Smoke, it again is a song that is a perfect counter to itself. Like, Smoke is not bright as Dandelion was, very clearly different. But they both stylistically have this really creative artsiness to that chorus that just makes it stand out so much for me. And God, is it smooth. It's so smooth. Wow. Alright, let's keep it going though. Track number 3, Flamin Hot Lemon. Sounds like a gamer tag I would have come across playing Call of Duty back in the day, but that's the point. Lyrics by Jaehyun, Azad Nafisi, Jonathan. Speaking of gamer tags, XSDTRK, Ayal. Quite literally is that. I'll try and get that hopefully sorted out for whenever we read them next, because composition, Mr. Jaehyun again, Azad, oh, the exact same team, okay. And then Azad Nafisi and Jonathan Ayal on arrangement. I like that the music team is either really spread out or like really concise. It's neat.
My flaming hot lemon.
Oh, getting started with the low vocals. Hell yeah.
She's sweet like watermelon. I love the way you taste. My flaming hot lemon. As amazing in that denim. She's sweet like watermelon. I love the way you taste. No, 'cause she on my lead. Stay back and got me on my knees. Keep fishing like I'm on your line. Pull me in, we can go all night. Fall back, it's your girl of my dreams. Let me hear if you know what I mean. Keep fishing like I'm on your line.
That kind of muffled, that repeated like vocal line in the background kind of gives it that late night vibe. This entire album is kind of giving off late night vibes for the most part, but and what a natural way to bring it back to the hook. Like, this one, in comparison to Roses and Smoke, is definitely the easiest song to listen to so far. It just kind of naturally grooves.
Spicy, we're holding a nice tea. I don't even
Rapper
know
Jaehyun
if
getting
you
involved. Hello, sir.
Giving me this look like a scuffed up a Nikes. Giving me this look like a dirty white tee.
And now we're getting a high vocal Jaehyun. Very neat.
My flaming hot lemon, as amazing in that denim. She's sweet like watermelon. I love the way you taste.
Yeah, this is, like, in terms of listenability, a lot easier to listen to because there's nothing really hidden away to just like surprise you or to throw you off. It's a press play and go type of song. What's really neat though is the way this song's been recorded. The vocal lines sound so close to your ears. They were mic'd up really close, especially the ad-libs because they sound like right next to my head. Oh, but yeah, it's a nice automatic song for me, which is nice. I feel like so far, you know, with Smoke and Roses, they're quite complex songs, all things considered. And, or at least for me, they're pretty complex songs. They're not just like a simple, you know, press play and go type of song to listen to. There's quite complex in that, lots of little nuances, lots of little details to take in. So it's nice to have a song like Flamin Hot Lemon where it just kind of lets you chill, lets you relax a little bit. Because it's not the type of song that you get lost in the sauce with, but you don't get, like, it's not too simple to the point where you get just like drowned out in the vibes, but it's not so complex in that your brain gets occupied with trying to break down everything. It's a nice middle road where you just press play, you feel the vibe, you really enjoy the music, and it's a great background song for me. And like, yeah, it's just, I think the easy listenability for it is that moment, you know, that moment for me. Because don't get me wrong, I love the huge kind of dramaticness of Roses, that chorus with the background choir and Roses, or I love the big anti-drop in Smoke. But if you have a lot of complex songs, you need something to break that up. Flamin' Hot Lemon does a perfect job of that. TLDR. Okay, track number 4, Dandelion. This, of course, was the first half of the pre-release, but we got the full version now, or at least I think it's the full version now. Lyrics by Jaehyun. And then composition, Gabe Reale, Jackson Hirsch, and Ryan Reigns, with Ryan Reigns and Rents on arrangement.
Dandelion in the sky, hard to see when the sun is in my eyes. Call it blind, 너는 왜 덩그러니 길가에? We'll be great either way.
I love head voice Jaehyun, man. There's a nice delicateness to his head voice.
You're my little dandelion. 반짝인 눈빛 아래 dancing, spitting poetry like a romantic. For you I babble across the Atlantic, sink it to the bottom, get the keys to Atlantis. There's no place I'd rather be than when you're sitting next to me, cause you give me my gravity, you pull me back through.
This little back and forth movement thing going on. Hell yeah. And then again, much like with Flamin' Hot Lemon, a song that feels very automatic. Also, peep the harmonies one time. Nice. I love that. That might be my, like, the fact that you almost have a permanent vocal harmony going on through this entire song tickles my ears in such a nice way. Honestly, like, sonically, this already is a very bright song in comparison to the rest of the album, but the double vocals make it so much brighter. Hello, synthesizers. And then bring it back to this one. Head voice Jaehyun, man, is such a vibe because he retains the smoothness, but then you get the extra airiness in there. It's flying up there, and it's just ooh, he makes it sound really casual too. Like it's just it's head voice Jaehyun for me. Like visualized is this still, hands in pockets, shoulders back, just relaxed. I think that's so neat because for a guy who is quite comfortable going low into his vocal register, getting a head voice to sound that easy, like getting a flip up to sound that easy like that, is really cool to me. Yeah, Dandelion, such an easy song to listen to, super enjoyable song for me, and so far is probably my favorite song on this album right now. It's very me coded. There's no like super specific thing about it. It's everything that goes into it. I just really like. I like the brightness of it because it's not too overwhelmingly bright. I love the double vocals. I think it creates a gorgeous texture. Jaehyun's voice, you get so many different varieties of it. I wouldn't be opposed to even more low vocals on a song like Dandelion, but I mean, I wouldn't also mind the song being 3 minutes long rather than 2.5 minutes, but that's just a thing for current age kind of streaming oriented releases and stuff like that. I can't complain too much just because it's a pretty consistent thing across the industry. It's not just a Jaehyun thing, so I'll let it slide for now. But yeah, this one will definitely get a lot of playing time for me, I think. Song though still hits as hard as it did the first time around. Right here, track number 5, Completely. Lyrics by Nick Bradley. Composition Nick Bradley and Jez Ashurst, and Nick Bradley on arrangement.
Baby, tell me your favorite love song. I wanna sing it with you, baby.
Wait, this one's a little bit pretty.
Show me the streets where you come from. I wanna walk 'em with you. Take it right from the start. Tell me who you are. Every piece of your heart. Every bruise and scar.
Oh, there's the head voice flip.
I wanna know everything there is to know. Don't you
Hello, lower
dare
strings.
let it now. No, I'm gonna love you completely. Oh, show me your map of your soul. Every second from now. I'm gonna love you completely. Call me crazy.
And then second verse is back into that chest voice. Wow.
I wanna get under the surface and get to the bottom of you. And lately, I just wanna lie awake looking in your eyes.
Cool little
Don't
vocal
care how
run.
heavy the hurt is. I wanna carry it too. Take it right from the start. Tell me who you are. Every wish on a star. Every bruise.
This sensation of anticipation here is spot on.
Everything there is to know. Don't you dare leave nothing now. No, I'm gonna love you completely. Oh, show me your map of your soul. Every second from now. I'm gonna love you completely.
The extra piano part. Hello.
Red lights, stop signs. The one thing you should know is my love will always ring true. Ooh, I wanna know
Gosh.
everything you completely. Oh, show me a map of your soul.
There's tears. There are tears, and they are very close to coming out.
I'm gonna love you completely.
Like, how can you not help but to get emotionally sappy when he sings, you know, can't help but love you completely with that super pretty voice and that isolated piano in the background? Oh, bro, that is emotional overdose right there. Wow. It's gorgeous. It's ridiculous. And what's really making this resonate for me is the fact that I listen to a lot of ballads courtesy of OSC Saturday. I also really like ballads in general. But there's something about an emotionally strong but vulnerable OST type ballad that resonates with me so well. There's some of my most memorable K-pop songs are ballads. Most of them have made me cry. Jin's Epiphany, Wendy's Like Water, very close to adding Jaehyun's Completely to that list as well, but for me, the most effective emotional ballad formula is one vocal, one acoustic instrument. For the good majority of this song, and I'd almost want to say for the entire song, bar the choruses when you get the one cello that gets added in, this song is one vocal, one acoustic instrument with Jaehyun and the piano, and it's ridiculously pretty. There's a really cool effect going on too, where the song and the main rhythm is written in a time signature 12/8. So 12 beats per every, oh gosh, 12 beats per every eighth note. So you have this really quick 3 pattern, ta 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 ta. You can either divide that into a really quick 3 or a 4 with a triplet bass behind it. It can be interpreted in both ways, but depending on if you're listening for the song in 3 or if you're listening to it in 4, the sensation of the song changes. And a lot of times for a song written in 12/8, you can kind of understand which way you're supposed to listen to, if it's supposed to be in a 4 with triplet division, or if it's supposed to be 3 measures of 4. Completely, it kind of teeters between both, depending on what part of the song you're in. That's super neat to me. But this is genuinely one of the prettiest vocal performances that you could ask for. I would love to see a live clip of this. I would love to hear this live. Just, I'm imagining it now. One stage, just light sticks in the crowd, one spotlight with, you know, a grand piano, Jaehyun sitting behind it. Does Jaehyun properly play piano? Because if that's the case, Jaehyun behind the piano, playing along, lid open, one spotlight, lights out everywhere around it. Imagine how cool that would be. Oh, that's my song on the album right now. That's gonna be hard to talk because that's very pretty. But we gotta keep moving one time. Track number 6, titled Easy. Lyrics by Kang Eun-jung, Anthony Watts, Tone Stith, Delilah Contreras, Tyler Holmes, Brandon B. Hamlin. Composition: Anthony Watts, Tone Stith, Delilah Contreras, Tyler Holmes, Brandon B. Hamlin, with Brandon B. Hamlin on arrangement. Slightly eerie. No longer eerie. Oh, it's saucy though. Oh, there's a lot of like modulation going on there. That's really cool. That kind of phasery effect too is really neat because it's kind of breaking up the rhythmic feeling of it as well. And for as complex as that instrumental line is, I think in combination with the top line, this is the most late nighty song on the album so far. Cool rhythm change.
Cause with you it's always easy come, easy go. You just want whatever you like. Plain hot, plain cold, baby, you gon' have to decide. 모른 척하는 것도 잠시 이제는 지쳐가 조금씩 더는 싫어. Easy come, easy go. You just want whatever you like.
I feel like this one's actually really straightforward in that I don't really need to talk about it because the entire album beforehand has already explained what I need to say. Yeah, that is peak late night vibes right there. That's easy. It's very easy. And, you know, like, puns aside, it's one of those songs that if you like this type of music, this is going to be the perfect song for you because it's got everything you want from this type of relaxed late night vibe. And everything about the song is super easygoing, super laid back. Almost to the point that with that phasery like digital synth in the background, it doesn't come in, or at least the peak of every phaser hit doesn't fall on the proper like sharp, concise downbeat of every beat. It's a little bit off kilter or a little bit offset, so you get this really relaxed vibe to it. On top of the song already being very low key and relaxed, so that's really cool. Little thing like that. And I think get Jaehyun's rich, kind of softer chest voice on a song like this too, again, adds to that whole just laid back and relaxed vibe. And that's like, this is definitely another song on this album that was written with him in mind. Like, this is a very Jaehyun coded song for me. Admittedly, I have no idea what he is like in variety settings and stuff like that. I only really know of Jaehyun musically, but from what I know about Jaehyun musically, he very much suits this type of vibe. Nice. Right, and the last song on the album that we're gonna check out, of course, track number 8. Following this is the English version of Smoke, but we have track number 7. Let's finish strong, shall we? Can't Get You. Lyrics by Mr. Jaehyun himself. Composition, Antonio Dixon, Patrick J.Q. Smith, Kenny Babyface Edmonds, with Antonio Dixon and Patrick J.Q. Smith on arrangement. Cool long opening. Wait, this song might be doing something. Hold on. Oh, cool. wait, Jaehyun, have you saved the best for last year? Hold on. Wow. This has got a lot of things going for it that I'm liking. The separate, like, background vocal section. The little pan flutes. I know there's a trumpet in here as well. Because it comes in with the vocals in the post-chorus. Or I guess it's the chorus, technically, isn't it? Just for that brief moment, you get a little trumpet inclusion. And the little cheeky flip in there that can't get you out of... Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, the little pan flute type sounding instrument there too. It gives it a very distinct charm, using like non-standard instruments, so to speak. The clean electric guitar now taking the bridge. Oh, naughty naughty with the trumpet solo. It really does just is so classy. Oh my goodness. And the fade out finish. Oh, and look at the length of the song. It's over 4 minutes. Jaehyun. Oh, you did save the best for last. Oh my goodness. Song of the album for me. It's so pretty. It's so fancy. Oh my goodness. And I'm really glad that this is an album that kind of ends on a little bit of an energetic high. I mean, to be fair, completely going into easy, anything was going to sound, I think, more higher energy. But Can't Get You is a very tastefully done song, if I do say so myself. Pan flutes, some trumpets, clean electric guitar. Oh Lord. It's so pretty. And honestly, at a point, I thought Panera Bread Radio. If you get that reference, shout out you, because you grew up in suburban America, but there is just something about the kind of cafe, restaurant, like speaker, radio type vibe where it's really casual, but then that chorus came in and it really took it up a notch, and it was nice. It was very nice. And you know, in the wise words of my boy Musa, shout out Musa one time, if it's nice, we play it twice. I would play it twice, but I don't have the time for that right now. But it's really, really, really nice. And I thought completely was gonna be a lock for B-side of the album. Can't Get You just came out of nowhere, like through the smoke machine. Wow, another pun from this album. I was not intending for it to happen, but yeah, this is so well put together too. It's fun, but it's tastefully done as well. It's not like, it's very much stylistically in line with what the rest of the album is supposed to be, but there's a different kind of energy to it that is just so nice. Wow. I can't get over how good Can't Get You is. Oh my goodness. Like, I was fully ready to just like clock out with a really pretty ballad or something again. I was not expecting just almost jazz ensemble-esque. Wow. That's so good. That's so well put together too. Because, well, we never covered Taeyong's comeback on camera because he dropped that. Oh, excuse me, he dropped that while I was away. We checked out Doyoung's A Little Light this year. Very Doyoung coded. We checked out Tenzin Nightwalker, very Ten coded. Jaehyun Smoke in this entire era, very Jaehyun coded. I'm loving that like I explained in the title track as well, but I got into NCT fairly late in their careers, and the fact that we're getting more and more solo projects now that we're kind of in the military era for NCT is really cool for me. One, because while I might be new to NCT as a group, I have slowly started to piece together what their individual sounds are like, especially with members who have done NCT labs or have had solo releases already. I guess Mark had his solo release as well, what, 200, right? He did a song with Big Naughty earlier on in the year as well, and they're all doing sounds that I expected them to do in terms of genres, but they're doing it at a level that I could not have seen coming. And I love that this is happening time and time and time again. It's so fun. It's so fun to me because I'm at the point where I know exactly who these members are within the NCT lineup, whether it's or in their respective subunits. Through Jaehyun, whether it's 127 or DJJ, I know what he brings to the table in the group setting. But now that he's on his own and he's doing music on his terms, or clearly on his terms, considering he wrote two of them and he's credited as the lead composer in both of the songs that he got involved in, is so cool to me. Wow, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. And that makes me curious as to what we're going to have next coming out in terms of the solo releases from NCT, because I do believe we have a Yuta release coming up soon. And that Yuta's release is very intriguing to me, because he's the one that I haven't quite figured out yet. Jaehyun I've had dialed in from a pretty early on point, especially after his NCT Lab Horizon, but this is spectacular. It's very, very good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I am going to leave it here for tonight. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.